A JD and a Fiat? Oh, that's a bit of an unlikely combo. Cue the music! So first up is bench with horse brush holder. This is by Shift Heads London, 93 kilobyte on the download, and you're going to find it, well, so, as you can imagine, it's going to be found under decorations anyway. So it's going to cost you 30, which is nice and cheap, and obviously, as the name would suggest, it's a bench with a holder for your horse brush. So if you've got like a horse paddock, maybe like a stable, there you are, that's a better way of saying it. Put one of these down inside, outside, that sort of thing. You've got somewhere to store your brush. Alright, fair enough. Next up is Metal Shed. This is by Martin CZ, 10.51 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it, as you can imagine, under sheds. And it's going to cost you 40 grand to place down, and obviously it's somewhere for you to store your stuff. But we've got like a different material combination. We've got a bit of metal cladded, got a little bit of stone footworks on the go, which is alright indeed. And we've got these doors that open up, and they open up outwards, so just careful you don't smack yourself in the face. But once you get inside, plenty of space on the go. And we've got drive-through options. Well, is it 3 or 2? No, 3. It says 3 options either side. Drive-through, no problem. Plenty of space inside. I mean, the beamwork's looking all right as well. And you come over here and you've got a door. Well, door. You've got a light switch. Left stick in. Turn the lights on. Job's a good one. All right, fair enough. Next up is Farm Building. This is by Martin CZ, 21.66 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it, well, again, as you can imagine, it's going to be found on the farmhouses, even though it's called Farm Building. But okay, fair enough. 55 grand to place down, and obviously it's a decorative sleep trigger. So you've got your sleep trigger and wardrobe trigger by the door. I mean, to be fair, that looks more like an office block rather than a house, but alright, fair enough. I mean, the detail on it, the texturing is looking alright. Yeah, I've got this little patio. I mean, it's like round here. This definitely looks a bit more industrial rather than homely. We'll just say that anyway. But alright, fair enough. Right, next up is Garage with Silo. This is by Martin CZ, 13.78 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it, as you can imagine, under silos. And it's going to cost you 65 grand to place down, and it's going to hold 500,000 litres. Not bad. Oh, 500,000. So we'll come around here like that, and then we've got our doors that open up like that. So there's your silo, load in and load out at the same point. Then over here is going to be your garage part of it. Get a little bit closer, that's better. So there's your garage. I mean, plenty of space on the go. You know, if you need a building that combines the two, this should do nicely. I mean, you've got a light switch there. So left stick in if you're on Xbox like me. I mean, double doors. It's alright. Yeah, very nice. Right, next up is Logistics Distribution Centre. This is by Anthix, 37.65 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it, as you can imagine, under production chains. So the first bit there, 150 grand to place down. That's going to be doing your standard croppage and that sort of thing, and your pallets and all that. You then got this bit, which is going to be doing specific things. So your stone, your manure, your goat milk, honey, eggs, and wool. And then we've got this here. This little box is going to be found under silo extensions, and it adds the capacity size to this building, 200,000 litres in one little box like that. Oh, fair enough. I mean, you could put loads in there and then have plenty of space, but alright, no worries. Now, obviously what this is, as the name would suggest, it's going to distribute your stuff. So you chuck your stuff in, and then obviously it's going to send it off to either your production chains that you've got going along. Now this is going to be your pallet spawn point. You have got this option here. If you can turn it on with B, it's going to put some flashing lights. There you are. It's going to put some blocks up. I say block pylons and a bit of rope. Then it's going to stop the pallet spawning out the front. So if you just want to use it as a silo, that's all right. Then got your loading input for all your stuff just there. And then we got this here, which is interesting, I must admit. Then we're going to come inside. There we are, open up that door. We then got our production chain menu just here. Now obviously this is going to do pretty much everything. Everything standard, base game. You're going to be able to chuck in here and distribute to somewhere else. Now there's one interesting thing there. Forage. But I haven't seen TMR unless I'm completely missing it. So I'm just wondering whether you can actually send stuff to your cows. Probably not, because it doesn't normally work. Well, we have got pig food there. Alright, no problem. We have got these desks here. You can come up to these icons. You can hide the shelves behind if you wanted to. Oh, okay. So, what's that hidden? We've unhidden something. Oh, it's the roof. Oh, that one's the roof. Dear, oh dear. You can take the roof off. Oh, fair enough indeed. Now, talking of the roof, if you come over here, you get the option to go up to the roof. Oh, fair enough. Got a little bit of a lift. Oh, I like that. And you can just spy out on your whole land. That being said, if we take the roof off, can we still go up on the roof? There we are. So we've got no roof there. Has it still got the collision on? Can we walk? No, you fall straight through. All right, fair enough. Fair enough indeed. When you have got light switch pretty much all the way through, you can turn the lights on. Although the roof's on, so you're not going to get any of those, mind you. Open up this door out the back. We've got this hide option. It's actually going to be for the writing on the top there. So hide that. Have it. Entirely up to you. And then we're going to come back to the bit on the front, because this is kind of interesting. So it says there, your current loading speed 5,000 units per second. On selected 50 and 250,000. So you come up to either one like that, and you press B. It's going to change it. So that's on 5,000. That one's on 50,000, and then that one is on 250,000. So I'll show you what this does. So we'll click on the 5,000. So we're on that one. We're going to go and back our trailer in. Now I've got some barley in here. You could use it potentially as a silo, so not a problem. So we're going to unload barley into this, 200,000 litres. There we are. Alright, fair enough. Standard sort of thing. Yeah, standard load in it. If we then go for the 250,000. Oh dear, oh dear, here we go. And then load it in. Yep, we'll have that. Boom, done. 200,000. That was so quick. That was so quick on loading that 200,000. That's awesome. I mean, just have it on 250,000 every day of the week. Now, there is one thing I'm not quite sure, to be fair. Now, I put a pallet of planks in here, 1,000 litres, and you'll see there, planks. I've only got 990 litres. Not quite sure what's going on with that, because obviously it's not going to spawn a pallet, even if that was out of the way. It's a little bit random, so maybe you need to put 2 pallets in. Or who knows? Who knows? We then got this one over here, which is going to be for your extra croppages, so you can hide those bits. Obviously, that's then going to spawn a pallet. And then you've got this one here, which is going to be your production chain menu. So doing your eggs, your goat milk, honey, manure, stones, and wool. So obviously, chuck it in there, stick it on distribute, the same as the other one, and it's going to send it off to wherever it needs to go. But that is it. I mean, just having a 250,000 percentage on getting it unloaded. That is awesome. So next up is Frisian pack. This is by Bernie-esque, 44.19 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it, well, first off anyway, under cow barns. This is going to hold 80, well, it's going to cost you 80 grand. It's going to hold 70 cows. We've also got a couple of sheds over here. So we've got one that's going to cost you 15 grand. We've also got another one that's going to cost you 25 grand. Although, to be fair, that one's a bit bigger, but alright, we'll roll with that anyway. And then we've got these two. And these are going to be found under decoration others. And we've got a restaurant. And we've also got a barn. Right, okay, so first up is going to be the cow barn itself. Obviously, you've got your loading input for your feed and your straw just there. You've got your animal dialogue box just there. And all these green doors open as well. So come there like that. You've got a little cows in there. Alright, I mean, these little gates open as well. So you could potentially come through here, you know, go over here. Got plenty of viewing areas, which is all right indeed. We're going to come out of this door, actually. There we are. I mean, we've got a light switch there. Well, to be fair, it's not really working, but okay, fair enough. Then we're going to come around this way. Actually, because that's got some more cow shenanigans on the go. So, you know, all these doors open, plenty of space to be getting in, getting your hands dirty, that sort of thing. You're taking out point for your milk, taking out point for your slurry. And we've got this bit as well. You can come in here. No, we can go in there. There you are. That's better. Open up that door. Again, more space in there for your cows. Okay, fair enough. Then we'll come around here. And we've got some in case. We've got this door opens as well, but we can go up the stairs. In there. There we are. A little, well, I say a little bit of a hayloft. You could potentially open up this door. bring some bales in. I mean, you would have to chuck them down the stairs, mind you, to get them into where you need them to get them. But all right, fair enough. We got all these little doors that are knocking around as well. You go in with your little beef burgers. There they are. Oh, he's coming! He's coming! Quick! He's chasing me out. Probably thought I've got some snacks. I mean, this part of the building is it's just for decoration. Let's face it. You can't get in that bit. And then we've got the sheds. So this one here, the cheaper one, the bigger indoor space, drive-through option on the go on the ends, or the side, depending on how you want to put it down, mind you. And then we've got this one here, which is more of a, I'd say conventional shed. We'll go down that road anyway. I mean, nice skylight, letting a bit of light in as well, that's alright. And then we'll come across to the last two, the restaurant and the barn. They are just for decoration, as you could well imagine them being in a decorative area, but alright, fair enough. I mean, that cow barn's alright though. Nice little bit of nook and crannyage going on. Yeah, plenty of space to be having a little investigation on what's happening. Very nice. Right, next up is Cow Barn Big. This is by Martin CZ, 14.96 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find it, as you can imagine, under cows. Now, we're going to place it down. It's going to give us 327 cows. You do have the option of expanding the fence out the back and then adding the meadow down. And we'll come back to that in a minute. 327. So just remember that number. Now, you do have these doors that open up. Obviously, that's going to give you space to go inside. Fair enough. I mean, all the cows are outside right now, but all right. There is one thing I will say this. You open up this door, the cows are free to run around. I mean, your loading input for your straw and your feed is down the middle. But if you used to drive through, you leave that door open, your beef burgers may escape. But all right, fair enough. You got your slurry taken out point just there. I mean, I didn't expand the pasture or the fencage, so this is how big it normally is as a standard version. But drive-through option on the go for getting your feed and the straw in, that is not a problem. And we'll come down this end of the barn. There we are. And we've got our animal dialogue box just there, and our milk taking out point just there. Now, remember what I said about the capacity? 327, it said to start with. Well, I'll place it down as standard, and I've got 335. So we're getting a little bit extra straight away. I mean, don't get me wrong, you do need a bit of space, because obviously, Cow Barn Big, it is quite big. So if you got the space for it, it'll sort you out nicely. Well, next up is the Lizard A8. This is by Robbie66 and Hellraiser by Oshblock Gaming. 9.28 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under silo compaction. And this looks like something you don't want to run over your foot with. We're just saying that. Anyway, that's going to require 90 horsepower from your tractor, 3 metre working width, and a 6 mile an hour working speed. It's going to cost you $12.5 grand to buy if you go for the smooth one. But no, go for the spiked one every day. It's worth the extra. Just look at the state of it. And obviously, you're going to be doing some bit of chaffage compaction with this in your bunker silo, so go for the spike one every day of the week. You then got your body colour, that is going to be that bit, and then your design colour, do you know what, we'll go for blue. It's going to do all the hook parts. Alright, fair enough. Right, next up is the Agribumper Pack. This is by Grossflacken Design Simon, 5.14 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them under weights. So first up, we've got the Agribumper 1, 400 kilo weightage for 3,200 to buy. The only option is going to be the design colour, which is going to be those bits on the end. Obviously, it's going to hook up to the 3 points and gives you a little bit of a, I'm going to say, you know, when you've got the bumpers that can knock the bales out of the way, gives me that sort of vibe. Fair enough. Now, 400 kilo is not enough for you. They have got a slightly heavier one, the Agribumper 2, which is 700 kilo, 4,700 to buy. And then again, you got your main colour option, which is going to be those bits. All right, fair enough. Well, next up is the Fliegl SemiTrailer. This is by Rowley Christie 1 VSR Morgan Sir. 2.62 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under low loaders. Now, it's going to cost you 17 grand to buy. You do have the option of side protectors. You've got standard or yes. So standard or side guard. So yes or no on that one. Then you've got your sticker colour. Actually, we're going to need to have those on. There we are. Colour white. We then got colour black, red, and then back to white again. Then you've got your main colour options. So we're going, chrome trailer. Why not? The design colour, we're going to go over red so it stands out. You're going to do the bit underneath, the old frame. And then your rim colour is obviously the rims. All right, fair enough. I mean, it has got straps on it. Obviously, the back ramps fold down. So if you need to move some vehicles somewhere, this should sort you out nicely. And next up is the Krampe Big Body 790. This is by Alice Agro 12.38 megabyte in the download, and you're going to find it under trailers. Now, it's got a 41,000 litre capacity as standard, which is actually a 15 grand optional extra. So that's your base version, 26,900 litres. You then got your option if you want to go for a little bit extra rather than a 35.5 grand price tag. You can then change your tyres. So Michelin, Trelleborg, Mitas, BKT, Raiders starting it back to Michelin again. We've got some wide tyres in there. They're looking all right indeed. The design, you got old or new. All right, fair enough. Plexiglass, no or yes. Going to be putting that over the grill at the front. Then you got platform, yes or no on the front there as well. Then you got the extension, so put it up to 41,000 litres. Then you got your main colour. We'll go for green. It's going to do the main body of it. You then got your chassis colour, which is obviously going to do the chassis. And then that's your options. All right, fair enough. I mean, 41,000 litres, not a bad size at all. And next up is the ER.MO Ripper 300. This is by Andrea, 7.52 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under subsoilers. And to be fair, it's always winning with that sort of name, the Ripper. Oh, love it. 3 metre working width. It's going to require 250 horsepower. That's a lot for a 3 metre, but all right, fair enough. 6 mile an hour working speed and £8,405 price tag if you don't go for the containment bands, which is those bits on the side. All right, fair. They'd probably add to it. I mean, obviously they're going to fold down, no problem. But that is looking all right. I mean, like I always say, small farm shenanigans, why can't they have nice stuff? And with one Ripper, there's always two, because we got this, the John Deere 2100 Ripper. I mean, that's a great name. Who would have imagined we'd have two in a row? This is by LR Modding, 19.88 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under plows. Now, this is going to require 450 horsepower for an 8 metre working width and a 9 mile an hour working speed. So you're going to need something tasty on your old trackage front. It's going to cost you $39,281 to buy, and the only option is going to be a roller, yes or no, on the back. All right, fair enough. It's becoming Ripper Street, but all right, no worries. And next up is the GreatPlains 8336 FCF. This is by LR Modding, 29.63 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under cultivators. Now, this requires 320 horsepower from your tractor. It's got 10.9 metre working width and a 12 mile an hour working speed. It's going to cost you $95,000 plus a bit of change. You do have the option of harrows. You can have the coil tine, the tine roller, and then the roller on the back. There we are. Spin it back round. That's better. So we'll start off again. So we've got the coil tine. Oh, I like that. That's all right. Then you've got the tine and roller, and then back to your roller. What's the roller? 15 grand extra for that roller. All right, fair enough. I mean, rear hitch, got no or yes. I mean, you could do two jobs in one. I mean, 10.9, I mean, 11 metre, let's face it, 11 metre working width. Although saying that, is that a swivel axle on the front? Maybe just, oh no, it's not. It's just the support wheels. Oh, that got me going then for a minute. I thought you'd have to just drive it forward. All right, fair enough. Next up is the MacDon Pickup Header Pack. This is by BC Bueller, 6.94 megabyte the download, and you're going to find it under harvester headers. Now, when it says pack, using that term loosely because there's only one, but obviously this is primarily for doing swathing of your crops. So if you back out there and we see that there, we've got the wheat, the barley, was it the oats, the canola, what's that last one? Can't really see. My eyes aren't that good. So obviously you're going to be doing that sort of things on the front of your harvester, and you've done the swathage already for your crops. You get one of these on the go. Job's a good one. 4.7 metre working width, 7 mile an hour working speed, and a 32.5 grand price tag. You can then change the brand on the side. So you've got Case, New Holland, John Deere T Series, John Deere X9, Eid Class, and then Yellow Class Yellow, Class again, Ideal. Basically, every sort of harvester that you can imagine we'd normally have in the game, plus a couple of different extras. When you have got some that got a colour option, I mean, you got that one there, the John Deere S Series. You go for that. But still, to be fair, it's just doing that little bit on the side. Oh dear, was that really worth an option? But okay, fair enough. You have got the option of crop catcher, yes or no, and then a different colour, mind you. We're saying that crop catcher colour. Oh, is it Perspex? Oh, all right, fair enough. And then it's the same colour. Interesting. It's right, fair enough. I mean, if you are doing the old crop swathing, maybe you could make a bit of use out of this. Next up is the Pack Tatra Phoenix. This is by Rowdy Christie 1, Shabbat VSR Modding Sir. 21.3 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them under trucks. So first off, we've got the Agro Truck. 462 horsepower engine, 49 mile an hour top speed, and an 80 grand price tag. You can then change the configurations. You've got your standard, you've got your trailer hitch on the back. That's all right. And then back to nothing. Then you've got your wheel brands, you've got your Trelleborg, BKT, and then Trelleborg again. Glass tintings, you've got transparent, dark tinting, extra dark, and then back to the original. Antennas, so we've got with or without. I'm just glad they're not them fishing rod ones, mind you, but okay, fair enough. Fenders, you've got your original, you got your metal, and then the original. Oh, to be fair, I mean, the metal ones are chrome, or like that. You then got your base colour, which is obviously going to be the main truck. You then got your secondary colour, we'll go for that one. It's going to do those bits. Then you've got your material. We'll go with white so they stand out. Do you know what? That changed. That changed the mud guards. The wheel arches, whatever you want to call them. I mean, that's silver. It's more like a brushed aluminium sort of thing. Oh, that is all right indeed. And then to finish it off, we've got your rim colour, which is obviously going to be your rims. Now, this being the Tatra Phoenix pack, there is actually another one. Dear oh dear, we've got the old hook lift version. So basically the same options as previous, but obviously a different back on it. So you're not going to be hooking up trailers, you're going to be hooking up containers on the back of this. Obviously the old arm folds out, hook it up, and then pull it back on. Jobs are good un. And next up is the Mack RD 690. This is by Rowdy Christie 1 VSR Modding Sir. 24.04 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under trucks. Now, it's got a 500 horsepower engine, 74 mile an hour top speed, and a 16,000 litre grainage tank. Well, I say grainage, capacity on the back. That's a bit better. 79 grand to buy. You do have the option of engine setup. So you've got the Mack RD, which is a 500 horsepower, then add a turbo. Obviously, that's going to go up to 710 horsepower, then back to the original. Oh no, go with the turbo. It's worth the 15.5 grand. Always. You then got your wheel setups. You got your standard, your off-road 1, off-road 2, and then back to your standard versions. Vinyls. So we've got design 1, design 2, 3, 4, 5, and then back to what? I'm not sure if I like that one or the old what's it, the eagle on the back, on the side? I like that eagle, the old American flag in the wings. That's ace. Then you got filters. So you've got no or yes. High ones or back to nothing. Okay, we'll go with those. Rear view mirror. So you got without or with. Well, that's a rear view mirror. No, they're wing mirrors, but okay, fair enough. And then we've got your bumpers. You got your original, guide sticks, decoration, and then modified. You're going to be knocking some stuff out of the way with that. Then back to the original one. Antennas. So we got yes or no. Rear drawbar mouth. Spin it around the back. There we are. So we've got yes or no. Obviously putting a trailer hitch on the back. And I'll come back to that in a minute. Then you got your main colour. I say your main colour. I mean, it's going to be that bit. I mean, it's like that one. The design colour is really your main colour. But we'll roll with it anyway. And then design colour again is going to be the back part. So we'll go with that. There you are. Design colour again. We'll go with a pink. So it stands out. What does that bit do? Not a lot, to be fair. Yeah, that's not done a lot of pink at all. Maybe it's one of the old where are they? The old vinyls. There we are. So we'll go back to that one. Not that one. Oh, it's the pinstriping on that vinyl. No, I'd ignore that. Go for the old eagle with the old American flag wings. That's ace. So where was we? So we're down to the pink. Then got design colour again. We're going to go with yellow. I'd imagine it's going to be that vinyl again, isn't it? Let's go back to it. So not number 5. No, we want number 2. Yes, it's the centre part of that. Right, no problem. Then we'll carry on with your rim colour, because obviously that's going to be your rims. Now, if you have gone for the version with the old trailer hitch on the back, This actually comes with a trailer, the old RD 690 trailer, 16,000 litre capacity. It's going to cost you 16 grand if you don't go for an optional chrome rim. That's a grand as well. And that's a grand. All the colours are grand. Oh, there we are. So standard white, it's 0 extras. So right, fair enough. Then obviously your main colour, match it up with your main vehicle. We do have the option of vinyl. So we've got lines or nothing. Then you've got your wheel setups, you've got your standard, you've got your off-road. It's going to be the same as the main vehicle. That being said, I mean, definitely got an older school vibe, I must admit. But that is looking all right indeed. So next up is the Fiat 1300 DT Super. This is by Rowley Christie 1 VSR modding, sir. 19.84 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under small tractors. Now, it's got 150 horsepower engine, 21 mile an hour top speed, and a 58.5 grand price tag. We do have a few options though. So you've got your wheel brands, you've got Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Mitas, Raderstein, and back to Trelleborg again. I mean, you've got some all right ones in there, you've got some weird, oh, I like those. I do like those. He's got look like a narrow on the outside and the standard tyre in the middle. I like that. I like that. You then got ceiling. It's actually a cabin, but okay, fair enough. So you got, well, I suppose you've got a bit of a canopy on that one. You then got a closed-in cabin and without. Now, you may want to go with that one, and we'll come back to that in a minute. If you have got the cabin on, you can have a transparent or dark tinting or extra dark. Then you've got front weights. You've got no, yes, or no. All right, fair enough. So that's adding, so it's 6.2 ton standard and then 6.9. So 700 kilo weight on that one. Then you got your base color. A mint green. Why not? The second one is going to do the rest of it there. And then you got your cabin color. Do you know what? We'll go with black. Actually, that don't look that bad. I must admit, that does not look that bad at all. I'm quite surprised, but all right, fair enough. Then you got your chassis colour. We have to go over brown so it stands out underneath. There we are. Then you got your rim colour, which is obviously going to be your rim. Sure, go over orange, green and orange. Yeah, that could be all right. Could be all right indeed. Now, obviously, this is a 4-wheel drive version. If you're looking for a 2-wheel drive version, well, they got you covered on that one as well because you've got 1000 DT Super. Pretty much the same options. Obviously, the engine is a little different, 82 horsepower on that one. But obviously, you got your colour options. You got your cabins if you want it all. Same sort of thing. Now, if you have gone for the cabin option, I've got the old 2-wheel drive version here. If you do L, B and B, it says unfold open side panel. It says you can't be doing this. You need to be out of the cab. All right, fair enough. So we'll get out the cab. If we come here and we'll do L, B and B there, open the door from the outside. Fair enough. And once you get in, we can then do L, B and Y. But you can't, which is random. You actually have to do L, B and A, which is once you've unfolded the door, get out, and then close the door, L, B and Y. There you are. So you could just do it on your own rather than just, you know, I know some tractors open the door for you and whatever, but I like that. I mean, you just come in, open up the door, jump in, and close the door like that. There we are. Away you go. Oh, that is ace. Right, next up is the Deutz AgroStar 661. This is by Rowley Christie 1 VSR modding, sir. 9.96 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under small tractors. Now, it's got 143 horsepower engine, 24 mile an hour top speed, and a 28 grand price tag. Do you have the option of wheel brands? You've got your Trelleborg, your Nokian, your Trelleborg again. And you've got the usual shenanigans on the go. We've got some wides. The wides looking all right, I must admit. Then you've got your glass tintings. You've got transparent, dark, and then extra dark. And you've got your mud guards, yes or no. And configuration, so number 1. Number 2, which is it's flickering a little bit. Not quite sure what's going on. I'd imagine it's going to be some sort of trim on the inside. But okay, fair enough. It is what it is. Last mod for the day is the John Deere 6010 series. This is by DB Modding, 33.74 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under medium tractors. Now, it's got a 105 horsepower engine, 24 mile an hour top speed, and a 70 grand price tag. You can then change the engine setup, so going from a 40 kilometer to a 50, which is all right, with the same 105 horsepower engine. Then got 115 horsepower engine with 40 and 50 kilometer an hour top speed. We then got 125 with the 40 and the 50. We then got the 140 horsepower with a 40 and a 50. And then we've got the 150 horsepower engine with a 40 and a 50 km/h top speed. Then we've got a chip tune version, 185 with a 40 and a 50 km/h top speed. Then back to the original. So go for the 6910S chip tune, 50 km/h. That's going to be the best one. Then you've got your options. You've got Trelleborg, Mitis, Michelin, Nokian, Continental, BKT, and then back to Trelleborg on the old tyres. We've got some twins all around there looking all right. We've got your standard sort of shenanigans on the go. I mean, the wide tyres, they are filling the arches out nicely. Then you've got extra lights, no or yes. Going to be putting those on the front. Then you've got designs. You've got standard, left beacon only, right beacon only. And both of them or nothing. Then got your 60 kilo front weight, 360 kilo, 560, 760, 1010, front hydraulics, and then 60 kilo. I mean, I'd go with the front hydraulics. You got the old PTO on there, you got the old 3-point. It's more versatile than just having the standard weight. I'm just saying. Starfire 6000 receiver, yes or no. It's going to be putting that on the roof. Then you got your front loader attacher, quickie, Hauer, and then nothing. Right, fair enough. Front fenders, you can also have yes or no. Although, yes, they come as standard. So, surely, if it's less vehicle, we should have some money taken off. But it is what it is. Also got a couple of updates as well. So, got the Pavelli Rat Pack by DD Mod Passion. And the Micheletto AM19, also by DD Mod Passion.